What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 605 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 41 of NGW. Another action-packed card, as always, leading into this Sunday's NGW Checkpoint England event. That is right, it is this Sunday. Very, very, very excited for what is going to be an amazing pay-per-view here in CMV as a whole, on the road to Ascendant 70 show of shows, just a few weeks away from Absolution and the 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble match. But kicking off things right here, right now, it is Amy Winters, perhaps the most hated woman in all of CMV today, going one-on-one with newcomer to the women's division. What am I, Tony Chimmel over here? Women's division, Xiao Rong. Hope I am pronouncing that correctly. I believe I am, after much debate in the Discord thread. Xiao. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I very well may be. Don't want to be disrespectful over here. But the reason for everybody not being too keen on Winters right now, we all know. It was last month that she stabbed her supposed best friend, Riley Van Wilson, in the back when RBW was challenging Ashley Rain for the NGW Women's Championship. Winters came out and attacked Wilson, I should say, allowing for Rain to retain. And when RBW tried to get her revenge a couple of weeks ago, she was slated to take on Amy Winters one-on-one, and Winters instead brought out the O'Sparkle twins and turned it into a 3v1 handicap match where RBW was injured. We haven't seen her since, hoping that she comes back soon. Everybody is, so that she could truly give Amy Winters a taste of her own medicine. But in RBW's absence, Winters and her new alliance with Katie and Casey has already started to, well, wreak havoc on the rest of the women's division. Winters is coming out here on her own, though, at least. Tonight, she doesn't have to worry about Wilson, so she's going to handle her own business for once. Good news for Xiao Rong, at least. What a main event we have in store for you tonight, guys. Going to be an Iron Woman match as Amber Briggs and Rosebud Champ look to put their bad blood to rest once and for all. And leading into this Sunday's Women's Championship match, where we were originally supposed to see Akira, Ashley Rain, and Sunny Octave competing in a triple threat match. That is now in question after Ashley Rain was found unconscious earlier tonight before the show started, guys. General Manager Ken Donahue tweeting that she has been taken to a local medical facility and that he's reviewing the footage, although he believes he knows who's behind that. I think I do too, but there needs to be solid proof. The fact of the matter is, Ken Donahue and the doctors are pretty sure Ashley Rain will not make it to England this Sunday, which means it's going to be one-on-one between Akira and Octave, which it was originally supposed to be. But we're going to get a taste of what could have been, as Akira and Octave will be in the ring together, joined by Danielle Davis in a non-title triple threat match. And here is Xiao Rong, immediately letting the NGW universe know she's not your normal run-of-the-mill gal. Checkpoint England, we know, gonna play host to that men's Magnificent Six ladder match tonight. Brett Curtis and Gary Reed again one-on-one with the remainder of their Magnificent Six opponents playing the role of lumberjacks, guys. A lumberjack match. Which of the six will climb the ladder, though, and earn that contract this Sunday. That contract that Ashley Rain won a few months ago, cashing to become women's champion. And a whole lot more. Show wrong. Giving herself a tour of the ring. Definitely doesn't seem like there's any sort of butterflies in her stomach. She looks to be extremely comfortable already here in NGW. That might change real quick once the bell actually rings, though. I mean, if the bell ever actually rings. Miss Wrong gonna be done at some point. Winter's just about to head on to the back. Call this one a day already. Ooh, doing some stretches. Always safe to limber up. Remember that. It's a good tip. Alright, at some point the ref's got to tell her it's time to go, though. There we are. Amy Winters not seeming at all impressed with Xiao Rong here. But Poe rings the bell, and now things going to get underway. The former two-time Women's Intercontinental Champion, after all she's done, doesn't want to be showed up by a newbie on the scene. We know what Winters wants. That's a shot at the Women's Championship. That's why she took out RVW. The women's division, I don't believe has ever been hotter here in NGW, though, in terms of who gets the next shot after England. Look at Kelsey Hayes last week defeated Sunny Octave clean one-on-one. That has to put her right in the number one contender spot. But who is even going to be women's champion after this Sunday? Akira or Sunny Octave? Going after the arm. Nice forearm smash there by Wrong, who then goes for a monkey flip. Nearly sending Winters out of the ring, but not quite enough force. Head scissors. And a trio of well-placed elbows to the top of the head. Amy Winters. A rough start. Knife edge chop. Deflected. Irish whip here now off the ropes. Waiting on the rebound. Drops down. And again. Ooh, a nice Japanese arm drag for you. I don't know Xiao Rong's exact ethnicity, where she hails from. I haven't read up too much on this newcomer. Oh, did she just bite Amy's finger? I think she did, and gonna try to beat her off of that. Not gonna be enough. I didn't think it would. Elbow right to the face as Xiao was going for a headbutt. Oh, tilt-a-whirl arm drag. All about them arm drags tonight is Amy. Now continuing to target that shoulder and a standing shooting star press. Amy Winters, I'd say, more than anything else, is an expert striker. Those knees of hers, you get caught with one, you are going down. But she could surprise you with her athleticism too. Meanwhile, Wrong is going for another pin frequent. Oh, kick up out of the pin. I think that took Xiao by surprise. She thought she had Winters beat after that cross-arm neck breaker. Irish whip to the corner. Double knees into the chest. Amy tries to stand her ground, but ends up collapsing. Dragon Sleeper with body scissors from Xiao Rong. Looking for a huge win in her debut, but a nice escape by Amy and a kick to the back of the head just because. Kick to the midsection. Standing Spanish fly. Picks her right back up. Winters knows that she's got Xiao on the ropes. Scoop slam. Drops down behind. Wrong. With what looks to be a fisherman suplex, Amy Winters turns it into a small package. One. Ooh, reverses the momentum. One. Again. 1, 2. This time a kick out. And Amy's looking down at Wrong as she adjusts her shoulder. No smile to be found on her face. High kick. Xiao Rong sent out of the ring, and Amy coming through now with a baseball slide Hurricane Rana. That's what I'm talking about. Amy Winter's so dangerous in more ways than one. Catches the kick to the midsection, elbow to the knee. Rong trying to charge her with that shoulder. Didn't do much good though. Winters is too quick. Out for this. Single knee backbreaker. And Xiao taking a look around the arena, looking to get these fans behind her as she tries to mount a comeback. Clothesline again. Grabbing Amy's boot and tripping her up. What's wrong? Got waiting in her back pocket. Looks like an Alabama slam. Ain't that close to Alabama? I think Xiao Rong is probably even further. But gets a near count. Not quite enough. Xiao, though, in her debut, gonna send a message to the rest of the women's division and probably putting a big old smile on RDW's face as she's watching. 1, 2, 3, oh my God! Xiao Rong with a colossal upset, hitting Amy Winters here. You have got to be kidding me. The Psycho Driver, shades of Hall of Famer Dave Turner. Welcome to NGW, Miss Wrong. An incredible start to Xiao Rong's career here in NGW by defeating someone the caliber of Amy Winters. And again, if Riley Van Wilson was watching that one from wherever she is, her home, or maybe even still the hospital, that had to make her very, very happy. The show continues, and maybe we're going to get another upset here next when former NGW champion Yosef Ali Vota, the man who will step inside of the cage of horrors to try and become champion again when he challenges Dante Tatum for the NGW title. And the main event of NGW Checkpoint England this Sunday. First, he takes on the fresh-faced rookie Johnny Respawn. Dante Tatum also going to be hoping to gather a bit of last-second momentum when he's a part of that tag team match coming up. But he's going to have his eyes on the monitor in the back for this. Yosef Ali Vota making his first in-ring appearance since losing his title to Tatum in South Carolina. That was a couple of weeks ago that he came out here and brutally attacked the Catalyst after he had a matchup of his own, making it very clear that he has no plans of leaving England without his title. Dante Tatum, the only man to ever pin Vota. He's done it twice. He says he will do it thrice. Somehow there are still people out there within the NGW universe saying that Tatum got lucky on both occasions that he beat Yosef. And that there will be no charms to go around inside the Cage of Horrors. The matchup concocted by Ted Dickens when he was still around. Yosef challenging Dante. Dante perhaps foolishly accepting now the rules in a Cage of Horrors match. Pretty simple. It is contested within a Hell in a Cell. No disqualifications, no countouts. And it is first to 2 falls, either by pin or submission anywhere. We got to look at, well, somebody who is actually very similar to our NGW champion in terms of height, weight, and maybe even in-ring aptitude as well. Johnny Respawn. Can't think of a bigger opportunity for someone to be given in their debut. And Respawn can beat Yosef Ali Vota here. That'll put him right on the map. Looking as ready as one can be when staring across the ring at someone like Yosef Ali Vota, who throughout his entire life has been involved in combat sport, whether that was wrestling in high school and college or competing as a strongman in the traveling show, where he intentionally broke his partner's neck after his partner accidentally burned him on the neck, as you can see there. Very present. Not a man to be trifled with, and Dante Kittim has done much, much more than trifle with Vota. As Johnny Respawn tries to get an angle on the former NGW champion off the bat. Not having much luck, though. This is a perfect test for Yosef, however, ahead of this Sunday. Misses that soccer ball kick, and he's going to pay for it. Yosef from behind. Oh, my God. With a calf breaker. A shin shatterer. Whatever you want to call it, it hurts. Now going after the shoulder, too. As I mentioned, Tatum is no doubt watching this from the back right now. Yosef knows that. He's looking to make Johnny Respawn an example of what will transpire inside the Cage of Horrors in England. Another flying clothesline. Vota puts him in a seated position after that neck. The super athlete wouldn't put it past him to try and seriously injure Johnny Respawn here. Make sure his first match is his last. That bicycle super kick followed by a barrage of punches, closed fist right to the face, and now a pin. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Vota looks out to the crowd who don't have any sympathy for him, but now Johnny Respawn is in the lion's den. Welcome to NGW, kid. Better luck next time. 1, 2. Okay, I'll be honest. I did not expect Johnny Respawn to kick out there. He's bleeding, though. Oh, getting a cut across his forehead from that straight right hook, and now look at him. He's beating his chest, saying it's going to take more than that to keep me down. That type of heart I like to see. But will it pay off? Clothesline in the corner. Now he goes off the ropes, ducking Yosef's clothesline, leaping lariat, and a kip up. All right, maybe I counted out Johnny Respawn too early. What's he going for out of the corner? Letting out a big old shout. Honor roll. And to the top rope. Hang on. Will Yosef Ali Vota be bested by another high flyer here tonight? Elbow. Looked like it landed right up where the sun don't shine. Johnny gonna try again, hoping this time Yosef doesn't begin to move around. Will he get up there in time? No, again, just as he does. Vota takes the rug right out from under. Clothesline from the world's strongest. Right after that neck. No remorse. 1, 2. Yosef back on task, but so is Johnny. Relentless. Refusing to quit. Does he have it? Third time's the charm, they say. Shooting star press, but Volta gets his knees up. He's gotten plenty of practice in his matches against Dante Tatum. Another punch to the face. 1, 2, 3. Yosef Ali Volta dismantling Johnny Respawn. He showed tenacity, but Yosef, he came out here with one thing in mind, and that was showing Dante Tatum exactly what would happen this Sunday. And there's where Respawn thought he had it finally able to get off the shooting star press, but Yosef gets the knees up, another punch. Are we looking at the first ever two-time NGW champion? We're going to find out this Sunday. Dante Tatum still in action later on tonight. Will he be able to match Yosef's momentum? We'll just have to wait and see. Coming up next, tag team action as Corrosion returns their debut last week where they went through a war with French Pride and ended up coming out victorious. Tailcoat Val's Experiments back at it again, this time against a more experienced NGW tandem in the Wrecking Crew, Harry Wallace and Michael Payne, who have been itching to get back into the ring. We haven't seen them in quite a few weeks. Will they fall victim, though, to Teixeira in a Nucleo, just as Sebastian Vachon and Joseph Lance did? Speaking of the tag team division, though, we know that this Sunday for NGW Checkpoint England, it's going to be the beatdown. Cam Harris and Bad Boy Bill Wild challenging Black Magic, TJ Black, and Jared Leon for the NGW tag team titles, guys. And, well, if you're a betting man, you might be slipping your chips into the quarter of the beatdown after what we've seen these past few weeks. The beatdown getting the better of Black Magic time and time and time again. But can they do so when it matters the most? I am anxious to find out. And actually, a tweet here from Jared Leon, one half of the NGW Tag Team Champions. He says, it doesn't matter if it's the beatdown or either of these teams, we are the best that there is. Hard to argue. They are the current champs, but there's a lot of teams who have been surfacing, especially these last couple of weeks, hoping to test that claim. Corrosion and Wrecking Crew, no different. That never fails to catch me off guard and scare me. The latest experiments of Tailcoat Val. We'd say experiments gone wrong. She'd say gone very successfully. Teixeira and Nucleo following the light down to the ring. It's an ominous sight anytime Tailcoat Val enters the arena. Terrifying. What they did last week to French Pride cannot be understated. It might be hard to get any sort of grasp on this team, but once they're in that ring and that bell has gone off, They are not to be taken lightly. Telco Val, we saw her out here last week during Corrosion's match. She was taking notes on how she can further enhance her puppets. That's just what she's going to look to do here tonight, unless the Wrecking Crew have their way. Wrecking Crew have had their encounters with Black Magic over the months. They feel as though they have more than earned a title shot by now, but, well, they're going to have to defend that claim here against Corrosion. Harry Wallace on the right, the All-American Michael Payne to the left. Always a team to excite the NGW crowd. The happy mood's now gonna go away. Tashera starts things off against Wallace. Poe ringing that bell. Let's get it out. Wallace will show off his impressive strength out of the gate. With that military press, dodges a punch. Does Tashera crossbody? Does not find its target. Now a stomp onto the elbow and another one. Oh no, a leg drop to the elbow. Grabs the head of Harry Wallace, ready for him, short on clothesline. Taken off his feet, now grabbed by his ears. Wallace, look at Tashera's like, please let me go. Oh, but then catching Wallace off guard with that basement drop kick to the knee. Headbutt in response. And Harry Wallace is a thick-headed son of a gun. I saw him backstage once. He was just headbutting a concrete wall, chipping away at it. Taking Harry Wallace for a walk across the ring, maybe in search of a tag to Nucleo, the bigger of Corrosion. Irish whip to the quarter, body splash, almost 300 pounds. Hot tag to Nucleo at the same time, being a tag to Michael Payne. These two titans coming face to face, headbutt to the chest, then a clothesline, now a drop kick. Do not let his size fool you. Nucleo can go. Big boot, not even able to take him off his feet. Clothesline coming back harshly. And now what's Nucleo doing? Grabbing Michael Payne, guys, who is over 300 pounds with ease. That choke bomb. A former footballer is Payne, an All-American in college. Tag bringing Harry Wallace back in. Payne did not like what just happened to him, getting embarrassed. It's usually him doing those types of things to his opponents, not the other way around. Snapmare and a kick to the back. Trip up by Wallace. Wrecking Crew, one of the teams that's been here for a while. Almost like the old guard, you could say. Taking on these fresh faces. Choke slam. And then a senton? No. Harry Wallace able to get his knees up. That is some quick recovery time. Off the shoulders into a kind of cutter. Nucleo able to... Whoa! I have never seen a reversal like that before. Harry Wallace was going for... I mean, I can only assume a power slam. And Nucleo turned it around on him. Now a sit-out power bomb, a punch to the midsection again and again and again. Calling back to Hall of Famer Scott Norrie there. Using all of his weight to step over Harry's midsection. a spear, but gets taken down by Wallace. Stomp to the back of the head. Another stomp to the back of the head. Worked so well the first time. Making sure Nucleo stays down until he's ready. Now he is. Irish whip into the corner. Wrecking crew, wrecking crew, wrecking crew. Looking to hand Corrosion their first defeat. And I think they've got it in the bag. Shoulder thrust from Payne. Off the back into a body splash. Throws him into the belly-to-belly overhead. Nowhere to go for Nucleo. 1, 2. Able to fight the bullet though and make it through the pain. Kicking out at 2.999. Another clothesline from this mammoth of a being. Trying to take that shoulder right out of its socket. Irish whip off the ropes. Nucleo waiting on the rebound, but gets an elbow to the side of the head. The All-American showing Nucleo how to hit a proper clothesline. Looks like he freaking knocked the soul out of him. When he whiplash back. Extended himself into the turnbuckles. Gonna try a different corner. Taking his time though. Doesn't really matter. Mini fireman's carry. Overhand punch. Massive spine buster. Tashera right there asking for the tag, but I don't think Nucleo has the wherewithal to do so. Once more trapped in the corner of Wrecking Crew. And again, gonna be the victim of this crazy combo. They switched places this time, but the result is still the same. Harry Wallace wise to drag Nucleo out of the corner, make it harder for Tashera to break up the pin. Wasting a lot of time though in doing so. 1, 2, and Tashera able to keep the match alive anyhow. Nucleo in the confusion. Fireman's carry. Spear finds its mark this time. Is Harry Wallace down for the count 1? He may have been, but Michael Payne there to save him. Before he can return to the apron, Tashera from behind with a back suplex. Now Payne has been taken care of. Nucleo gonna look to finish the job. Irish whip to the corner. Tries to go low, but Harry Wallace meets him with a knee to the gut. STO takedown, stomps and lower back. Wallace kicking. Gonna go for another one of these cutters off the shoulder. Into the pin. Does he have it? Does he have it? 1, 2. But the numbers game working against him there. Tashera not only stopping the pin, but inadvertently knocking out Poe for a second. What's this? Gut wrench. Power bomb, maybe? Nucleo at the very last second. Able to turn it around on him. T-bone suplex. Harry Wallace likes another kind of T-bone. I don't think he's a big fan of that. Michael Payne is on his game with these saves, though. Quick commercial break. Buy Snickers, support CMV, all right? Send your boy some Mountain Dews. Nucleo does not seem to be a fan of the Wrecking Crew. Getting a bit angsty that they're so resilient. Hands on his hips, gassed. Michael Payne shouting some words of encouragement, trying to get Harry to come back to life, make a tag maybe. If Wrecking Crew want to stay in title contention, they have got to win this match. They can't let a new team on the scene pass them by. It's embarrassing. Val watching from ringside again, observing, taking her notes, watching every little thing that Corrosion does. And look at this, guys. I mean, good Lord, he actually just knocked Harry Wallace out with that pressure point pinch. That's how painful that can be, especially when applied by someone the size of Nucleo. Almost gets a 3-pound, but Harry Wallace snapping back to reality. Did I say a 3-pound? 3. Count. Count. After that shoulder, like a dog with its bone. But Nucleo, as a bigger guy, he's finding it hard to go at a proper pace this late into the bout. He should make a tag at Teixeira, because not only is he smaller, but he's also had a long time to rest. Inverted mat slam by Harry Wallace. Oh, hot tag, and speak of the devil, here he comes, but misses that drop into the chest. Ducks a punch. Single boot right down the gullet of Harry Wallace, and a second time. Harry Wallace won't stay down, though. Now Teixeira gonna get a taste of this shoulder cutter. Knee to the kidneys. Wrecking Crew, they've got to put Teixeira away while they've got the chance. 1, 2. Thought he had it there. Headbutt. Elbow waiting for him. There you go. Clotheslining Wallace right out of the ring. Can't win the match like this unless he's going to try to take the dub by count out. Harry Wallace has until 20 to get back into the ring, but Teixeira going to collect him himself. Here comes Michael Payne. Oh, didn't do anything though. Just got right back up onto the apron. Trying to play a mind game, maybe. Harry Wallace. Crossbody now talking that smack right to Teixeira's face. Teixeira not going to take that. A hip toss. Knee strike. Doesn't seem to have an issue with possibly breaking Harry's nose up against the security wall. Now just bashed him face first off of it. These two throwing each other all around the ringside area. Referee Poe currently at a count of 8. 9 now. They got to get back into the ring. Michael Payne just watching. He can't do much more than that unless he wants to risk a disqualification. 10 now.
11.
Teixeira, I don't know where he was planning on bringing Harry there, but
12.
got a few elbows to the ribs instead, and now face first off the steel post. 13. And Harry Wallace saving the day. This match going to continue legally inside the squared circle. And that's not good news for Teixeira. Again, a cutter off the shoulder. Wallace can't stand, but he knows he's got to push through the pain. Tag to Michael. What are they thinking here? This is something different. Oh my Thunder Valley! How high did they get Teixeira up in the air there? It had to be 10 plus. Teixeira tying up Payne's arms. Hangman's neckbreaker. Teixeira says, I ain't done with you. Not by a long shot. Gut wrench power bomb to the 300-plus pound All-American. Teixeira not sure how to proceed at this point, though. He's grasping at his ribs. Could be suffering some sort of injury. We don't know. Gonna take it with a pinch of salt, though, as he slowly approaches. Payne in the corner. Took too long. Boot to the side of the head. Catches that fist right out of the air. Forearm smash back into the corner. Now an Irish whip to the opposite side of the ring. Watch out, referee Poe. You do not want to get in the way of Michael Payne. Forearm smash to the chest. And a Samoan drop. Michael Payne, he is feeling it now. The energy coursing through his veins. The chance of the NGW Universe keeping him alive. Arm drag by Teixeira. Big man down on one knee, almost as tall as Teixeira. Hangman's neckbreaker into a butterfly suplex. Teixeira. Another gut-wrench powerbomb. Whoa, he stalled for a second. Getting maximum impact. 1, 2. I thought Corrosion had it. 1, As close as a call can come, but Teixeira, he knows what he's got to do. Hook to the jaw. Forearm smash. Missed the grapple though, and he's going to pay for it. Dragged by arm and leg. Teixeira. Wise move. I think he wants a tag to Nucleo. Is he going to get it though? Yes. Here comes this otherworldly just machine. He's going to put Payne in the corner. Trying to go up top. Payne able to escape with his life. Samoan drops for everybody here. Double boots to the chest. Nucleo doesn't even need a full minute to recover. Harry Wallace saying, make the tag, man. That is just what Michael Payne is going to do. Tries to, anyhow. Punches the ribs, belly-to-belly suplex. Almost threw him into Harry Wallace. Michael Payne's just desperately trying to find any sort of refuge. Nucleo turning him into a Boston Crab. The lower back of Michael Payne is going to be in all sorts of agony right now. He has got nowhere to go. Will he tap out? No. Refuses. That is passion. Overhead goes Nucleo as if he isn't the size that he is. And Michael Payne's going to show him how to hit a spear. Exploding out of the corner, but Nucleo saw it coming. That instinct factor. And shows off to the world the physique that he's packing. I mean, oh, there you go. There's a spear, all right. 1, 2, 3, and Corrosion victorious again. Once more they were tested, and once more they are left standing as the better team. Telco Val has got to be very pleased with her experiments right now. Corrosion have arrived here in NGW. And it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere. Up next, guys, on NGW TV edition 41. It was supposed to be this Sunday for NGW Checkpoint England, a triple threat match for the NGW Women's Championship. Akira, Ashley Rain, and Sunny Octave. But as first reported by General Manager Ken Donahue earlier tonight before the show started, Ashley Rain was found unconscious in her locker room, rushed to a local medical facility, and although Ken Donahue has an idea who it was, I believe I do too. I think everybody, as a matter of fact, is pretty keen on who the culprit is. He is reviewing the security footage. Unfortunately, the doctor is saying it's pretty obvious Ashley Rain will not be making it to England. And so, once again, as it was originally, we're going to be getting Akira versus Sunny Octave one-on-one for the women's title. However, still a bit of a preview of what could have been as Danielle Davis subbing in for Ashley Rain on this occasion. Non-title triple threat match. A chance for Akira and Octave, though, to get their hands on each other and possibly a bit of momentum before their one-on-one clash. she is the baddest bitch at NGW, the inevitable. And last week she was embarrassed in the middle of the ring by former women's champion Ashley Rain. And well, that along with Rain being added to the title match in England is all the probable cause I think Ken Donahue and everyone else needs to point the finger at Akira for what happened to Rain earlier tonight. Akira, she wants the match to be one-on-one. She doesn't want any flukes. And so she did what she had to do in order to make sure she walks out of England this Sunday as women's champ, because before it became a triple threat, I, along with pretty much the rest of the NGW universe, thought Akira 100% was going to defeat Sunny Octave. But when Ashley Rain was added, making it a triple threat, that threw everything up in the air. Anything can happen. You know, Rain could have pinned Octave. Octave could have pinned Rain. Akira wouldn't even have been involved in the decision. But now, well, now the favor is once more in the corner of Akira. Danielle Davis, who is a very close friend of Ashley Rain's, is going to be coming out here not only to try and get some payback, but, I mean, for herself. This would be, and just can't be understated how colossal a victory like this would be. Pinning the #1 contender and the women's champion in one match? Get out of here. Danielle Davis is going to find herself smack dab at the top of the rankings or so. You know, both Akira and Octave coming off of losses last week. Akira to Rain, Octave to Kelsey Hayes. They're not feeling too great right now. Danielle Davis, meanwhile, as spunky as ever. She sees her friends dropping like flies, though. First it was RBW, Ashley Rain now. And last but most certainly not least, the NGW Women's Champion, Sunny Octave. And as big of a fan as I am of Sunny Octave, I wasn't always. You know, originally when she came to NGW, I was. And then she kind of turned her back on everyone when she aligned with Kelsey Hayes and Akira to form the House of Hayes. But, well, ever since she was taken out by Hayes, Octave has reverted back to her old ways. And although a great many in the NGW universe see her championship win as a fluke, remember what happened? She challenged Ashley Rain and ended up pinning her via a small package in only a couple of minutes. And that has led a majority to think it was nothing more than a fluke, that Sunny Octave got lucky and she wouldn't be able to do it again. And then you see what happened last week. Octave felled by Kelsey Hayes. Even more people jumping on that bandwagon. Octave has got a lot to prove, and she's looking to do it not only right here, right now, but more importantly, this Sunday. Referee Poe rings that bell. This is not for the title. Momentum is on the line for Akira and Sunny Octave, and, well, for Danielle Davis, could be a possible future women's championship match. Swinging neckbreaker into that little tadpole splash as Akira lies in wait up from behind with a knee to the back of the head. And it's Akira who can end a match so fast with her submission holds. I mean, obviously, Danielle Davis coming out of nowhere with that elbow drop. Most dangerous of all is that rear naked choke she calls the Akira clutch. But there are many, many, many other ways she knows how to defeat an opponent. And I think what really pushed Akira over the edge was being defeated by Ashley Rain last week, and the way that Ashley Rain defeated her. Akira was just on a huge winning streak before that, putting down anyone and everyone that Ken Donahue put in front of her. Ankle lock right there. Sunny Octave not playing that game, though. Up against the ropes, Akira with an Irish whip. Big frog. forearm smash. Danielle Davis back into the ring. Lateral press. I guess she was confident Akira would kick out on her own. High kick. Forearm smash to respond. Enough for everyone to go around. Ooh, sleeper slam. And now Danielle Davis has got Akira all to herself. The woman accused of attacking Ashley Rain. Into a Hurricane Rana. And a quick cover. Praying that it's going to be a steal, but unfortunately not. Just a 1 count. Ooh, Danielle Davis right in her face saying, "You done." Picks her up. Forward. Russian leg sweep. Kind of turned into a facebuster almost. A forward Russian facebuster, I guess. Sonny Octave. Arm drag. Down onto one knee. Davis closing in, but a punch to the ribs. Double knees. Akira doesn't give her a chance to celebrate. Hang on! Hang on! Oh! Brainbuster! I thought she was going to go for the Akira clutch because more often than not she sets it up with a Falcon Arrow. And Akira laughing at Octave. I mean, these two are former friends, former stablemates, but, well, it's been made abundantly clear there is no love lost between them. It was Akira who won that triple threat first two false tables match in South Carolina, putting both Kelsey Hayes and Sonny Octave through a table. That's the match that earned her a shot at the women's title, but Sonny Octave was first in line because remember she was supposed to get that women's title match all those months ago before Kelsey Hayes attacked her. Danielle Davis clean across the ring, going for like a sliding forearm smash or something. Akira moved out of the way, and Danielle Davis almost sent herself out of the ring. Lucky she was able to stop her own momentum, backstabber. The NGW Women's Champion telling Danielle Davis, bring it on. Ooh, might regret asking for that. Twist of Fate 1. Only a 1 count though. Sonny Octave getting herself to safety. No disqualifications, no countouts, and a triple threat match, but pin submission can only happen inside of the ring. Oh, Danielle Davis, all right. That's impressive, that's impressive. Not going to win you the match, but I'll give her her props. Jawbreaker followed by a bicycle knee. And if it ain't her submissions you're dealing with, it's going to be her striking. I think Akira would flourish in the world of MMA, but instead she's decided to incur her wrath. Here in NGW, wait a second, or hold on, a combo of the two. That Hangman's DDT, we have not seen Sonny Octave hit in a dog's age, but 1, 2, 3, she pins Akira with it. Sonny Octave victorious in this triple threat as Danielle Davis was taking a nap against the ropes, and that win right there has once again put the women's title match this Sunday up into the air. Beforehand, I wouldn't have doubted for a second that Akira was going to beat Octave, but Octave just pinned the inevitable. Suspended heartbreak does the deed. Will it this Sunday? Akira did what she had to do, getting rid of Ashley Rain, but even still, her chances may not be so great. Lumberjack match. And our tertiary main event coming up, Brett Curtis and Gary Reed hoping to once and for all put their personal beef to an end, but the rest of their Magnificent Six opponents going to play the role of lumberjacks, ensuring that these two, well, they settle what has to be settled in the ring and don't try to kill each other. It is these 6 you see on your screen that will go to war. Checkpoint England this Sunday, all for just an opportunity. One of them going to climb a ladder, unhook the briefcase that hangs above the ring, within it a contract guaranteeing them a title match anytime, anywhere they so choose to cash it in. As I mentioned earlier in the show, Ashley Rain winning that very same opportunity a couple months ago. She cashed in to become women's champion. It's all but guaranteed that you will be champion if you win and cash in. I'm having a very tough time. I'm supposed to be unbiased anyway, but even if I were to be biased, I wouldn't know who to pick out of these 6. It is a very diverse lot. You got your high flyers, you got your strikers, you got your powerhouses, you got your unknowns like Sage Autumn, and a dark horse like Ace Reeves, who's a rookie, only been in NGW a little bit over a month. But in that time, he's beaten NGW champion Dante Tatum one-on-one. I really just do not know anybody's game. Truly. More so than usual. But for Brett Curtis and Gary Reed, right now is about how much they hate each other. It really started, about a month ago when Gary Reed had a huge opportunity. He was facing NGW champion Dante Tatum one-on-one. Brett Curtis would make his return. We hadn't seen him in a couple of months. Attacking Gary Reed during the match, which allowed Dante Tatum to then win. Brett Curtis saying he did that because he was sick and tired of seeing people get the opportunities that he should be getting. All of these guys coming in and, getting in front of him for a shot at the NGW championship. Then once Magnificent 6 was announced and these two were confirmed, we had Gary Reed defeating Brett Curtis in a tag team match. Brett Curtis bouncing back with a singles win a couple of weeks ago. So who truly is the better? We find out right now. The Specialist with Do-Rag Jones and Sage Autumn coming out behind him. They're going to be his lumberjacks. Curtis, a former NGW Tag Team Champion. He's had numerous shots at the NGW Championship in his career. Was never able to get the job done. I am slurring a lot of my words today. He believes that if he is able to win that contract, though, nothing will stand in his way of fulfilling his destiny. Curtis has said on many occasions, people ask me why I haven't been sent to the main roster yet, and it's because I shoot down the opportunities every time they're given me. I don't want to leave NGW until I am NGW champion. A pretty admirable goal. Brett Curtis doesn't want to move on from NGW until he proves that he has what it takes to be the top star. And that's exactly what Gary Reed is out to accomplish. One half of perhaps the most popular tag team in NGW's history. The Armbar Society. The American Dragon. Now that Walter Bollé has found himself a successful career on Supremacy as Anarchy champion, wants to do the same by becoming NGW champion. He's ended careers with that rolling armbar of his. He's put on instant classics. And he is a very busy bee at this particular moment because he has been tagging with Bollé again on Supremacy just Friday. They were a part of that #1 contenders match. I think one of the things that makes Gary Reed so dangerous is his patience to let an opponent get comfortable, and then he just strikes out of nowhere, slapping on his armbar in the blink of an eye. Brett Curtis has, well, felt its wrath on one too many occasions, but he also became the first man to ever escape it in their one-on-one match a couple of weeks ago, and then ended up beating Gary Reed. DC and Ace Reeves in the corner of Reed. If one of these two gets thrown to the outside, it's going to be the job of the Lumberjacks to throw them back in, or at least to scare them back in. I don't know if you'd want to be trapped on the outside between those four. Ooh, nice takedown by Brett Curtis. Now both of these men are former tag team specialists turned singles competitors. Maybe that's why they have such a vendetta against each other too. They see themselves in each other. They got their own doubters who are saying, oh, you're nothing but a tag team guy. You don't have what it takes to succeed as a singles superstar. Arm drag by Gary Reed down onto one knee in the middle of the ring, and to help him back up to his feet, let the kind humanitarian that he is slingshot back into the center. And then a kick to the shoulder. Gary Reed always quick to start targeting that arm, softening it up for the rolling armbar. Short arm shoulder block, puts him right down onto his ass, pops right back up, excuse me. Taking him for a ride with a brain buster. Gary Reed, okay. Getting a bit dirty. Don't know if I appreciate that too much, but a man's got to do what he's got to do. Back to the arm. Brett Curtis cannot allow that to keep up. He knows it. I ain't got to tell him. Irish whip. Brett Curtis goes off the ropes. Drop down from Reed. And bicycle knee. Surely saw some spit just go flying up the ramp. Brett Curtis has had enough of Gary Reed going after his arm. DDT enough to knock out any normal man. Mamma mia, the velocity at which he hit that. Double leg takedown, Gary Reed. Very dangerous when his opponents are on the mat. That's where he loves to work from. That's where he becomes most dangerous. The specialist. Not in control for too long. Jawbreaker. That's a double open palm strike to the midsection. Can't say I've seen that too much. Even using the ropes like a tag team partner. High kick to the arm, knife edge chop. Brett Curtis said, I'll show you how to hit one of those, son. Arm drag, Gary Reed. Drop toe hold in response. Seems like that shook Curtis just a little bit. Enough at least. Oh my God, his arm. Guys, did you see Brett Curtis's arm? It looked like it was out of its socket. European uppercut. Curtis up against the rope. I hope he's okay. The ref might have to stop this match, guys. Again, targeting the arm with the ropes. Well, Curtis isn't asking the ref to call a timeout or anything, so I guess he's good enough to continue, but I don't know. Maybe I was just looking too into it. Brett Curtis gonna roll to the outside, and look who's right there. Ace Reeves gonna spook him into running back into the ring. He doesn't want any of that. Gary Reed trying to go for belly to belly. Backbreaker to end all backbreakers. DC is loving what he's seeing right now. I mean, these two tearing each other apart, that's good for him. Gives him better odds of winning the Magnificent Six this Sunday. Catapult, European uppercut. Does Gary Reed have it? Almost. He knows what he's got to do. Brett Curtis Eyes glazed over still. Goes for the armbar. Brett Curtis reversed it. Overhand punch. And the specialist with a kick to the midsection. Gary Reed is fading. Curtis knows it. But before he can get Reed to the ropes, Reed comes back to life. Elbow after elbow to the ribs. Back elbow into the corner. Kick to the midsection. Hoping for a breather in the corner. He's not going to find it. Trying to stop Reed's boot, but not enough to do so. Gary Reed's just not able to keep a whoa, bro! Brett Curtis escaping Reed's grasp by going off the top rope with a moonsault. What is DC doing? He's not supposed to get involved in the match like this. I guess he couldn't help himself. Now Brett Curtis is showing off his abs to his detriment. Gary Reed thought he had it. Forearm smash, smacked away, clothesline into the corner. Takes him for a bit of a spin. Pendulum backbreaker. Numero uno. There's dos. Reed is starting to get gassed. Hardly able to maintain his composure. Kicks out the knee. Nicely done by Brett Curtis. Going in for the kill. Keeping Gary Reed contained. Belly-to-belly suplex. Hovers into a pin. What did DC just try to do right there? DC just tried to put his hands on Poe? I don't think it worked. Gary Reed kicked out. Oh, and a clothesline out of the ring. Uh-oh. Brett Curtis seems a bit what? Off the top rope. What is Brett Curtis doing here? The specialist from the high-rank district tried to send an elbow, and then Brett Curtis right back into the ring. He's like, I'm not playing around out there. European uppercut. Kick to the midsection. Just looking to inflict maximum damage to Gary Reed, and DC has to be ejected at this point. I mean, he's not following the guidelines of a lumberjack match. This is the second, well, really the third time he's gotten involved. I guess referee Poe is playing it lenient tonight, though. Front headlock again, lets Reed go. Opening him up, but got clipped with that high kick. Now it's Brett Curtis who goes for some sort of belly-to-belly. Overhand strike to the upper back. Gary Reed takes a step back. Another skull-cracking DDT. 1, 2. Brett Curtis can't seem to find a way to put Reed down. Maybe this will do it. Maybe not. Kick up under the knee. Spinning back fist. Kick to the head. Down Reed goes. Baseball slide. Hurricane Rana by the specialist. Can the Lumberjacks make it over there in time? Now here comes Ace Reeves. He's telling them to get back into the ring. Super kick. Now here comes Durag Jones. Surrounding these two. If I were look at Brett Curtis is telling them, come on, what are you gonna do? I believe that they try to actually physically attack either Brett Curtis or Gary Reed, though it will end in a disqualification. All they can do is usher them back to the ring. Now Reed's saying, come on, let's finish this hot shot. Brett Curtis says, I've got you, kid. Going low, full mount, open palms, guys, right to the face. Reed is doing his best to protect himself. Brett Curtis down to the top rope. Someone just threw in a steel chair. I'm going to imagine it was DC. I don't think it'll matter anyway. Bodies, or frog splash. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count. This has become an extreme lumberjack match. Gary Reed grabbing at his head. Might be suffering from a concussion, but enough wherewithal to slap on the armbar. There it is. Hyperextending the arm. Brett Curtis has nowhere to go. Will he tap or will he snap? He taps. Gary Reed with a hard-fought win. Brad Curtis in control for the better part, but in the end, able to find his opening. And believe me, Gary Reed would have relished in the opportunity to snap that arm in half, as he has done to others who have done him no wrong. Brad Curtis doing the wise thing and submitting before Reed has the chance. Gary Reed is ready for the Magnificent Six ladder match, as I'm sure his 5 opponents are. Who will it be that walks out of England this Sunday with the opportunity of a lifetime? Coleman event coming up next on NGW TV, number 41. Originally, we were supposed to see Blake Virtue and Charlie Garfield taking on Rising Star champion Antonio Baleska and NGW champion Dante Tatum, guys. But Charlie Garfield sent home early due to a backstage altercation, so Blake Virtue was given the opportunity to choose a new partner, selecting the TV Dream, Jay Young. And now the Rising Star title match is kind of in question because it was originally supposed to be Charlie Garfield versus Blake Virtue versus Antonio Baleska and a triple threat match. So I don't know if it's just going to be Blake Virtue versus Antonio Baleska now, or if Charlie Garfield's spot will be given to someone else. I guess we'll find out at the behest of General Manager Ken Donahue before this Sunday's pay-per-view. But either way, Virtue going to have to work with Young if he wants to get some of that yummy, always important momentum ahead of England. Baleska and Tatum going to make for a hell of a team. Baleska, who is still unpinned, still unsubmitted, still unbeaten otherwise since coming to NGW. The man who ended the historic reign of Anthony Hunt and the NGW champion, the catalyst, the spark plug, the heart and soul, Dante Tatum. Couldn't ask for a better duo. And it's Dante who has his own daunting task ahead in the main event of NGW Checkpoint England, defending his prized possession against the former champion Josep Ali Vota inside the Cage of Horrors. We saw what Vota did to Johnny Respawn earlier tonight. Will Dante send his own message here in this tag team match? Blake Virtue, a few weeks ago, he had Antonio Baleska one-on-one, but thanks to an interference by Charlie Garfield, Baleska was able to knock off Virtue. Ken Donahue giving him that shot at redemption this Sunday in England, whether it's still going to be a triple threat match with somebody else involved or one-on-one. Blake is staring down the barrel at the biggest match in his career. His chance to win his very first title here in CMV. Blake Virtue selecting a man he is very familiar with. They've competed alongside each other in other companies. The TV Dream, Jay Young, who has not had the very best of seasons here in NGW. taking a lot of losses, but maybe this could be his rebirth. Virtue has placed him in a match against the Rising Star champion and the NGW champion. Jay Young is victorious here. He'll finally silence all of those critics. Start building towards that bright future I see for him. The technical machine here reminds me of Hall of Famer Dave Turner, and that is a huge compliment. The British-born superstar would love nothing more than to represent his country this Sunday. Maybe if he wins, he'll be given Charlie Garfield's spot. Ken Donahue's watching. The world is too. The Italian Stallion, the CMV Rising Star champion, the man who put an end to Anthony Hunt's reign of terror that lasted over 7 months, unpinned, unsubmitted, unbeaten. Antonio Baleska has captured the hearts and minds of the NGW universe his short time here in NGW, and for good reason. Antonio Baleska has got to love this chance to tag with Dante Tatum. His ultimate goal, as is everyone else's, to become NGW champion. This gives him a feel of Tatum. The spark plug. The heart and soul, baby, of NGW. He captured that title when absolutely nobody thought he would be able to. He's pinned Josep Alivota twice, but can he do it inside the cage of horrors at NGW Checkpoint England this Sunday? Has he dug himself a hole that he'll have no choice but to jump into? Even still, I don't know why, but I find myself questioning if Tatum has what it takes him. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't, because every single time I do, Dante Tatum proves me wrong, makes me look like a fool. Blake Virtue going to start things off against Antonio Baleska. Virtue been wanting this chance to redeem himself since that one-on-one match a couple of weeks ago, which Charlie Garfield interfered in. An unclean finish. We gotta get a break in the corner here. Clean break, okay, showing respect towards one another. Back to the corner double tie-up. Virtue gonna get the advantage this time, taking a hold of Antonio's arm. Antonio firing back with the Fujiwara armbar. Wrenching back tightly. Swoop around behind, forearm smash to the lower back. Antonio continuing to get bested here. Taken for a walk, heading towards the corner. Maybe for a tag to Jay Young. Baleska stopping him dead in his tracks, though. Irish whip to his corner, tag to Dante Tatum. What is this? Butterfly DDT, kicking into the chest, wheelbarrow suplex. I told you, something made me feel like Baleska and Tatum were going to be an awesome tag team. Virtue bringing in Jay Young. I don't think Jay Young would have seen himself in this position even a week ago. A chance to possibly defeat the NGW champion. Drop kick to the chest. Looks like Tatum might have taken a bit out of himself too, grabbing at the back of his head. Irish whip. Trying to take out Tatum with some sort of kick on the rebound. And now a hold on the arm. Punch to the ribs. Thrice. Fireman's carry. Down he goes. Dante hit him, helps him up. Fireman's carry. Ooh, driver. Tip up immediately. The TV Dream, he calls himself. Not having so much luck with that flying forearm. Knee to the midsection finds a place. Now Tatum hanging on for dear life. Doesn't help him out much though as he goes plummeting down to the canvas. And now Jay Young starting to get into a groove. Dante shuts it down before it gets too lethal. Vertical suplex now. Roll through. Bringing Jay Young into an air raid siren position. Neck breaker. Jay Young, even if he loses this match, this is just experience that he will most definitely benefit from. The upper echelon of NGW in that ring right now. Irish whip has Tatum hanging on to the apron. Jay Young, smart thinking, uses that time to tag Virtue back in. Frequent tags, the name of the game, always in tag team action. Complete shot, Dante Tatum. Standing 450 splash. I will just never get over that type of agility. Going to the top rope. Oh, 6-star frog splash. Tatum looking to end things early, but Virtue not so eager to hit the showers. And that single knee to the chest. Tatum. 1, 2, almost handing the win to Blake Virtue and Jay Young on a silver platter. Soccer ball kick. Not doing much. Stomp to the quad though. Virtue. He's got Tatum hurt. Now he's just got to make sure to stay on top of him. Act like a monkey on a cupcake, baby. Peanut butter on jelly. Give him nowhere to go. Isolate him. Ensure that he doesn't get the tag to Antonio Baleska. These are all the pointers that I can give at least. In my years of watching some of the best tag teams in the world rise to the top, and then new tag teams come onto the scene and dethrone them, those are the essentials you need to succeed. On top of great chemistry, which I think both of these teams have. Another single knee attempted. This time Dante Tatum ain't so foolish. And from the corner he looks to strike with the enziguri. Good night. He's out. Jay Young trying to give him a couple of extra seconds to kick out. Maybe it's going to pay off. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3. Dante Tatum gets the dub. Antonio Baleska and Dante Tatum victorious over the tandem of Blake Virtue and Jay Young in a competitive tag team matchup. We know what awaits Dante Tatum this Sunday in England. Josep Alivota inside the cage of horrors, but for Antonio Baleska, will it be him and Blake Virtue one-on-one? Will it still be a triple threat? If so, who's the third? For now, celebration in order as Jay Young helps Virtue to the back. It is now main event time here on NGW TV, episode 41. And the bad blood has been overflowing for weeks now between Amber Briggs and Rose World Champ, and all comes to an end right now. Iron Woman style, baby. 15 minutes going to be on the clock. Whoever gets the most falls, either by pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification, will prove once and for all they are the superior. This has really started to just get worse and worse and worse ever since their one-on-one encounter a couple of months ago, which is going to go down as probably one of the best matches this season. Amber Briggs was victorious. It was one of her very first matches back after she decided to step down from her position as Women's Division Overseer to return to active competition. And Beauchamp gave her a run for her money, but was not enough on that outing. Fast forward to last week when the two were forced to work together as per the orders of General Manager Ken Donahue. But even though, to both of their credits, they tried to do so, the Sage Sisters were able to pick at that dissension and walk out victorious at the end of the night. Amber Briggs, the inaugural Vixens champion. Accolades on accolades on accolades. And once this season started and Ferocity had ended, she would stood back watching all of these new faces come in and tear the scene up. She couldn't help herself but to relive her glory days and prove that she is still better than all of these rookies. Rose Beauchamp, though, was one of those rookies that is throwing it right back at her. The Southern Colossus, I think, has the potential to be the next Amber Briggs, and maybe that's one of the reasons that Briggs is so intent on going after her, sees a lot of herself in Rose, and in an effort to, well, stop Rose from surpassing her, has been hounding her, trying to drag her down every chance she gets, nipping at her heels, you could say. Rose not taking it, though. She ain't no lackey. That one-on-one match they had a couple of months ago, it wasn't like Amber Briggs just rolled in there and wrapped things up in a couple of seconds. It was a battle. Rose had Amber beat a good few times. All the speculating as to who's the better woman will end tonight. 15 minutes on the clock. Pin, submission, count out, disqualification. Rose Beauchamp, hang out of it! Then sit out! Tornado powerbomb 1, 2, right out of the gate. She looks to take a point, but it's not enough. The boss kicking out. Well, if you didn't get the picture as to how much these two detest each other before, I think you do now, or you should. Jawbreaker and Amber throwing it right back at her, attempting to kick to the gut. Rose floors with a clothesline. Look at these stomps to the chest. One after the other, pops her up into a seated position, headbutt, elbow. Waiting for Amber Briggs, wildly trying to regain some sort of footing. I think she was the least of all to expect the match to start that way. Letting her aggression show with these stomps to the face. I talked earlier in the show about how star-studded the women's division is right now. There's so many people, grabbing at that #1 contender spot for after Checkpoint England. Who's going to walk out as women's champion, Akira or Sunny Octave? We don't know, but we do know there are a lot of top-caliber gals waiting for them. The winner of this has a very very strong case as to why, they should be the next #1 contender. Shoulder claw down into a pin. 1. The match is definitely slowed. And that's how Amber likes it. Taking her time to inflict damage. Rose throwing out that hand, signaling the choke slam backbreaker. Amber knows it. Looking to evade. Not that overhand punch, though. Here it comes anyway. Rose Beauchamp did not come to play around. 1, 2. This is the exact problem she had in the one-on-one match with Amber Briggs from a couple of months ago. She was doubting herself. I think that's one of the key reasons why Amber Briggs beat her. Rose doesn't really understand, I think, just how good she is. She's constantly doubting herself, and she's got to stop doing that. I know she's very confident, most certainly. She doesn't back down. Prime example of that is the 1-on-3 handicap match she had with the Sage Sisters a few weeks ago. But inside, she is very conflicting of herself. Headbutts from Amber Briggs. This fight spills to the outside. It is not falls count anywhere, though. And there are countouts on. Another batch of headbutts. Or maybe there aren't countouts. Referee Pose not counting. Perhaps he's forgotten his own rules. I'm not too sure. Or maybe he knows just how much this match means to both of these women and to Ken Donahue in figuring out, who deserves to be next in line. Oh, Amber Briggs just using a bit of teleportation to get back into the ring. Now a pinfall attempt of her own. Only a 1 count. Amber Briggs is used to, in her match, being the bigger girl, using her power to just manhandle her opponents. But that ain't going to be the case against Beauchamp, who is not just one of the biggest women in the NGW division, biggest woman in NGW as a whole. Hang on, Boss Bomb! Boss Bomb by Amber! Where'd that come from now? Amber having trouble getting into the pin, though. She does. With too much time wasted. 1, 2... 3! No, Amber scores the first fall, guys. 1-0. Just as 10 minutes and 35 seconds passes on the clock. More than enough time for Rose to try and get back into this one. But that is definitely an advantage for Amber now, who just has to go on the defensive. Keep Rowe at bay. Stop her from trying to make any pins or locking in submissions. Close spine buster right there. Almost sending Rose through the mat. Attempting to ensure that Rose stays grounded. Not going to have much of a good time, I'm afraid. And Rose, this is an interesting tactic. I think for her right now, the play would be to, go after Amber fiercely and try and score a fall as quickly as possible. And the longer that Amber stays in the lead, the better it is for her. As the clock continues to go down, the less time Rose has to try and make a comeback. Oh, the more it's going to benefit Amber. Another chokeslam backbreaker. This time Rose goes for the pin immediately after. 1, 2. Still not able to get that pin, though. And again, she goes back to doubting herself. Hands on her head. Her jaw is dropped. She's asking Poe, is he sure that wasn't a 3? The official's decision is final, though. Into the midsection. How quick Amber is. That veteran instinct. So well-rounded. All aspects of wrestling Amber excels in. The entire Briggs family. They're wrestling royalty. Her brother Andrew, the current undisputed world heavyweight champion. I think that's a driving factor for Amber as well. She wants to rival her brother. Sees Andrew being, the face of supremacy. Wants to do the same here on NGW. Bit of a sibling rivalry, if you will. It was Andrew who, for the longest time, was trying to live up to Amber's accolades. On fusion and then ferocity. Now these two are just grabbing each other's hair, turning into a bit of a cat fight. But god Jeez, she won't stop. Trying to yank out Rose's ponytail. Now back into the ring. Amber knows she can't make a fall out there. And if Amber's able to score another pin or perhaps lock in a submission, she gets 2 points. Rose is going to have to work her ass off. And that's exactly what Briggs wants to do. She came out here with a game plan, but Rose is ready to smash it into the ground. What a choke slam that was. And Rose turned to the crowd, her arms out wide, saying to all of her doubters, "How you like me now?" Maybe wait until after the match to do that. Back body dropped out of the ring. Overhand punch to the top of the head. Amber grabs the head, whipping Rose down onto the outside, guys, where that concrete lies beneath those thin pads. When Amber starts to get comfortable like this, the driver's seat firmly locked down, she becomes so hard to stop. Hitting Rose with power move after power move. And now, her frustration's abundantly clear. She is trying to crack Rose's skull open, guys. She might succeed. Oh, Champ needs an answer. There it is. Short arm shoulder block. She's got to put Amber back into the ring. Oh, or throw her across the arena. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. There's your receipt. Irish whip back into the ring. Not before an elbow to the face on the apron. And a leg drop. Rose, knowing she has to work quick. Chokeslam backbreaker. Amber's got it scouted by now, though, after getting hit with twice already. Here she comes. What looks like an arm wrench, maybe? Forearm smash. T-bone suplex from the Southern Colossus. 1, 2. Every time she thinks she's got the fall on Amber, though, she's wrong. What's she's got to do? I mean, she came out swinging, hitting Amber with her tornado sit-out powerbomb in the first seconds of the match. Chokeslam backbreaker number 0, Trace, and she finally gets the pin. 1-1, guys. We are now tied. Amber's not happy about it. Luthez press, right hands, one after the other. To the midsection. I think Amber was going for a power slam. Forearm smash. Rose running off the ropes. Delivering a right hook to write home about. Rose, wise to take rests in moments like this. For an Iron Woman match, or any sort of match that brings endurance. I guess really every match, even a normal one-on-one match, endurance is a factor, but I mean, specifically for a match like this, where there's a clock involved and you know you're going to be fighting for a while. Look at Rose! Amber thought she bought herself some breathing room. Not quite, though. And Beauchamp, just after tying things up, now going to seek to take the lead. Tornado sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2, but Amber, not so fast. The boss becoming more agitated. Just throwing hands. Seated position. Amber gonna work that pressure point again. 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. We are tied 1-1. Now look throughout the past of CMV, and even recently, even the last, oh, what? Amber, guys, just scored another fall. I guess Rose Beauchamp tiring out after Amber worked the pressure point. It is now 2-1 again in favor of Amber Briggs, and there's only 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. I did not see that coming. And I was just about to say, you know, the last Iron Woman match we had here in CMV was between Sunny Octave and Piper Fox, and Sunny Octave scored a fall with, like, I think it was a minute left. So still, don't count out Rose. Here it comes. A fourth. Nope. 2 elbows behind the ear. Amber brings her into a front headlock. Throws out that hand. I mean, Rose is just swinging for the fences at this point. Boss DDT. Amber turns to the crowd, her hand up high. She is the best of the best, and she's going to prove it here tonight. 1, 2. Maybe if she didn't waste time taunting the crowd, she might have actually gotten another fall there. Rose, unaware that Amber is stalking her. Another boss bomb. But Rose turns it into a Boston Crab. Boston Crab by Beauchamp. Amber gonna have to tap. No. Swinging Rose off of her. Guys, there's not a lot of time for Beauchamp to tie things up again. She's got to work quick. She can't let Amber put her into any rest holds like that. She knows it. Yes! Rose! Tornado! Tornado sit out. Powerbomb. Come on. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3, and it's tied again. 2-2 and 2 minutes left on the clock. One of these gals has got to score a fall or we're going to get a draw. Back elbow, drop kick in the corner. Stomp to the face, Amber. Showing everyone that she has no respect for Beauchamp. I think the feeling is mutual though. Kick to the back. Rose Beauchamp. Clothesline, Amber looks to get herself back up, reaching for the ropes. Where's Rose going? Walking into the corner. Gonna try to maybe go up top. Big boot. Amber going to the high rent district at a moment like this, man. What a risk she is taking. Caution to the wind, but it pays off. Knee drop. 1 minute on the clock. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. 2-2. We are at a draw. Will there be? What is she doing? Amber throwing Rose out of the ring. But you're not going to win, Amber. 40 seconds remain. Briggs has got to get her back in the ring to pin her. Or can Rose? What's going to happen? 30 seconds. Big old punch to Briggs from Beauchamp after that slam. Back into the ring, guys. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Rose can still make a pin. She's still got time. Pin her, Rose. Pin her. But no. There's no time left. This match is over. Rose goes for the pin, but too little, too late. It's going to be a draw. 2-2. And what does this mean? We don't have a definitive winner. It's a stalemate. This match was meant to prove once and for all who is the better woman. Well, guys, what a way to end a phenomenal episode of NGW, a stalemate between Amber Briggs and Rose Beauchamp, and what was an amazing Iron Woman match. Nothing is settled, though, so what happens next between these two, I'm not so sure. We'll have to wait and see. But it is this Sunday, NGW Checkpoint England, a stacked card from top to bottom. I cannot wait. I am salivating at the thought. I hope you are excited as well. If you're not following me already, make sure you do so that you get a notification when I go live. And for all the newbies that may be watching either right now or later on YouTube, whatever, you can go to our website, communityuniverse.4motion.com, if you want to be a part of the show. If you're in the chat, exclamation point Twitter, exclamation point Discord to get the links to our social media. And until next time, I hope you have a phenomenal week. And I will see you when I see you. Bye.